Hi. I just have three poems I wanted to read tonight. I was in healthcare for 40 years, and I left about a year and a half ago. 12 of those years were in the intensive care and critical care units. So you could say I saw a lot, but as a writer, I saw a lot. As a poet, as a musician. And I think that's what we do is we who are writers, we're kind of present to moments. And so people would always say, well, how do you do that? How do you do that kind of work? And everybody does it differently. And me, it's just being present to it. So this first poem is called I See You Waiting. And it was about a father who I saw sitting there all night with his son who had overdosed and would die. I suppose that's all you can do is sleep in a chair all night, wait and pray. Wait for what? That child who held your hand let go. I can do it by myself, he said. But you knew he couldn't. And you knew you couldn't make him hold on. So the alarms alarm, the beeps beep, and nurses in soft-soled shoes come to hang another IV bag in the dimmest kind of light. And that boy with the blonde hair with his stuffed teddy bear is what you see. That boy holding his bat over the plate at Little League is what you will always see. Not the tattooed, angry man who is wasted day after day. It is the boy you see. And your heart is full and heavy for him. Your heart is full and thumping like thunder in your chest. And his heart is thin and quiet like the clock on that wall. It's drumming out the slow measure of his final beats. I do not know what it is. This happens to me when I play guitar, too. I stand and I get shaky. I mean, I'm nervous, yes, but I don't know. So maybe if I sit, it'll be better. So the next one is also a death poem. I saw lots of different kinds of deaths. This one is called Code Blue. The scene is a predictable one. Code Blue, it is called over the loudspeaker. Code Blue, it states again more urgently. ICU. All disciplines race to the scene. The chaplain stands nearby, waiting for the family, if they come. The lab is there, X-ray, respiratory therapy, and the technicians to run for miscellaneous items. The red crash cart is pushed into the room. The room suddenly gets small with people yelling. Is everyone clear? A voice booms. The siren of the defibrillator whines and it escalates higher and higher. Boom, shock, rest. There is no pulse. Continue CPR. The frenzied staff members start pushing down on the chest with heroic force. Again, there is no pulse. Is everyone clear? The siren rises higher and higher. Boom, shock, thud, rest. We have a pulse. We descend upon the patient like hungry crows picking at parts of the body. That one is trying to get another IV site. The doctor is checking the pupils, and even I am sandwiched between the others as I yell out my own instructions and wipe away the blood to clear the path for the area that I need. And for a moment, for a flash, I see him. His eyes are open now. Saving lives is not a quiet event. I see the rhythm of his heart, and I know that it will not last long before his heart quits again. Most likely, his last day on earth has arrived. Are you ready, I wonder? I want to anoint him with holy oil. I want to whisper to him how loved he is. I want to stop all this futility and light a candle and clear the room. I want to stay with him until his spirit leaves. I am part of this necessary nonsense, and until the paper is signed that says don't, we do. I don't know if he senses it, because everyone is touching him now, probing him, pushing needles into his veins. But before I take my hands from his body, I rest my one hand across his heart, and I hold up my other hand that is filled with tangled wires. It looks medical, but really it is a gesture. I am holding up that hand to God, and I am in the middle, present to the moment. And I hope that he can feel it with all its fear, anxiety, and love. Yes, all its love. And for a change of pace, we'll go with the season, migration. These days are slow, like geese flying across the moon. I gaze at them and love their sweet silhouettes. My thoughts, like their wings, are heavy. I lift up, I push down. I lift up, I push down. Some inner guide pulls me across the horizon, across the frozen land. And I must trust that the migration of my heart will lead me to a new field where the sun is warm and just beginning to rise. Thank you.